Beloveds. It's the first time in about 6 weeks I went back to the gym today. Just with what was going on with that respiratory thing, and he had some stuff going, the trainer had some stuff going on. We took May off, and it was probably a good thing I did. So, yeah. And we have a short one today, probably an intense one today, but a short one, because today is chapter 12, summary of part 2, spiritual mind healing. The first division, ideation. All right. It's only 4 pages, so let's get into it. A recognition of the power and the thought and purpose back of mind healing. That's what this summary is about. All right. The possibility of spiritual mind healing, changing environment, controlling conditions, etc., through the power of right thinking, rests entirely upon the theory that we are surrounded by a universal mind which reacts to our thought, and always according to law. Spiritual person is perfect, but their individual use of life and law enables them to cover a perfect idea with an apparently imperfect cloak. Sickness is not a spiritual reality. It is an experience, an effect, and not a cause. The body, devoid of mentality, could neither know nor experience sensation. It is entirely an effect. The body of people is made from the same undifferentiated spiritual substance from which all of creation is formed. A person comes into objectivity with the tendency of the race already subjectified within them. Through race suggestion, the race experiences sickness and limitation, and this suggestion is more or less operative through all people. It works through the subjective race thought and operates through the individual. A person need not consciously think negation in order to produce physical disturbances, but the physical correspondence is a logical outcome of what they think. Thus, we see not only how important it is to entertain right thoughts, but also the necessity for having a constructive basis for our thinking. We find that power is essential to happiness, for righteous prayer sets the laws of the spirit of life in motion for our good. Prayer is essential to the conscious well-being of the soul. Prayer has stimulated countless millions to higher thoughts and better lives. Prayer is its own answer. Before our prayer is framed in words, the possibility of an answer already exists. And that is super, super, super important. There's a whole lot of research on prayer. But the idea that the possibility of the answer already exists before we even start the prayer, that's where it's at. We find that faith in God is a spiritual quality of the mind, and an understanding of faith is based on immutable principle. Its action is higher than that of the intellect because it is born of intuition. One should have faith in themselves, faith in their fellow people in the universe, and in God. Our mind must be steady in its conviction that our life is some part of God and that the Spirit is incarnated in us. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Obviously a quote, because it's in quotes. Where it's from, who knows? All right. I thought this was important enough that I highlighted the first line in the next paragraph, and then the paragraph after that, Ernest has in italics. So the next 2 lines are probably pretty important. A spiritual practitioner is one who recognizes a person as a spiritual reality. Since there is but one mind, the practitioner makes this recognition within their own mind. Through the medium of the one mind, their statement rise to the objective conditions in their patient according to their belief and the patient's receptivity. Very, very, very important. The patient must be receptive, okay? We can do all the believing that we want in our own minds. If the patient is not receptive, and it's not our fault. That's why it's like you have to be willing to do the work without accepting the responsibility. All right, back to the reading. Healing is accomplished through the act of setting subjective law in motion. The more spiritual or godlike the mentality of the practitioner, the more powerful the treatment. It's one of the reasons why there's a story going around, and it probably has multiple iterations, where a very experienced either practitioner or minister comes to a new practitioner and says, "I would like you to treat for me about this," and the new practitioner is kind of like, and the experienced practitioner is like, "Nope, it's not what you treat. It's not what you treat. It's not what you treat about. It's what you treat from." So that's what he's talking about, that God-like mentality. We want to treat from that place that nothing has ever been wrong. All right, back to the reading. A mental treatment begins and ends with the thought of the practitioner because they are in the same mind in which their patient lives. Treatment is the act of inducing right concepts on the subjective side of life. Absent and present treatments are the same, for there is no absence in the one. Presence. Emphasis earnest. So far as the practitioner is concerned, there is no difference between an absent and a present treatment. They need only know whom they wish to help, realizing that in the field of mind and spirit, there is no apartness. And when they speak the word for the other person in full confidence that the law will operate upon it, they are not concerned where the person is whom they desire to help or what they may be doing at that particular time. They are concerned only with their own thought relative to the person, endeavoring to bring out in their mind the realization that this person is a spiritual entity, governed by perfect law, directed by positive intelligence, and animated by divine life, law, and love. And that's one of those things that's really important when you're doing a treatment. A lot of times people will ask for treatment. Like on Facebook, we get a lot of unspoken prayer requests. We don't know what we're treating for. We don't know we don't know who we're treating for. But we know that somebody has asked for a treatment. And so then what you do, because Spirit knows who it is, what you do is you see that person who you don't know, but you know Spirit knows, as exactly what this last line is. A spiritual entity governed by perfect law, directed by positive intelligence, and animated by divine life, love, and law. Occasionally people will ask for treatment for like their brother-in-law, their father-in-law, and we might ask for a name and they may not want to give it. And it's okay. Spirit doesn't need it. That's the amazing thing about this. All right. Now the first sentence in this next paragraph is highlighted, so it may be important. I thought it was important. There is no personal responsibility in healing. Oh yeah, that's super important. Okay. There is no personal responsibility in healing. We should not feel that we put the power into the word. The practitioner directs the power and lets it work. One does not hold thought in mental healing. They loose the thought. A practitioner does not try to suggest, hypnotize, or mentally influence. They simply seek to know that the person is now a spiritual being, and they hold up the belief that no matter what the appearance may be, right mental treatment does not tire the one giving the treatment. Most of the time when we finish doing a treatment, like we're buzzing with energy. Because it's not our power. It's not our power. What we are doing is we are speaking our word into the power. We are not using our own power. And that is super, super important. Personal magnetism has nothing to do with mental healing. The whole basis of the possibility of mental healing rests upon the premise that we all live in one creative mind which reacts to our belief. It is as though there were a universal ear listening to and hearing everything that we say, feel, or think and reacting to it. Healing is not a process, but a revelation. For the revealing of the perfect person always heals. The process, if there is one, is the time and thought that it takes to arrive at the correct understanding of the person's perfect state in spirit. Anyone can heal who believes that they can, and who will take the time to set that belief in motion through the law. Yeah, anyone can heal. To daily see the perfect person and to daily declare for their objective appearance is correct mental practice and will heal. A treatment recognizes that all is mind and that everything is mental. It dissolves all disease into thought. No, hang on. It dissolves all disease into thought, neutralizes the false thought, and recognizes the true. Nothing can stop it from operating except a lack of faith in the reality of truth and a person's ability to use it. In giving mental treatment, the practitioner first realizes their own being as spiritual. They then recognize the spiritual state of their patient's being. When they attack the false claim and bring the evidence of truth to bear against it, thinking in such a manner as to completely destroy the false claim and realize the truth. In such a degree as this acknowledgement is complete, petition is transmuted into acceptance, and the mind actually feels that the object of its desire is already an accomplished fact. The greatest good that can come to anyone is the forming within them of the absolute certainty of themselves and of their relationship to the universe, forever removing the sense of heaven as being outside of themselves. That seems kind of important. All right, last paragraph. Such an understanding teaches us that there can never come a time when we shall stop progressing, that age is an illusion, that limitation is a mistake, that unhappiness is ignorance. This understanding will rob people of their loneliness and give them a sense of security which knows no fear, a peace without which no life can be happy, a poise which is founded on this peace, and a power which is the result of the union of peace with poise. Like I said, know who you are. Explore the truth of your being. When you know who you are, everything works just a little bit better. All right, that is chapter 12. Told you it was a short one. All right, I do need to get moving though. So I'm going to do the quick housekeeping. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend them to you. Please, it's the easiest way you can support the center. Go like, share, follow, subscribe, comment, all of that. It bumps us in the algorithms. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. So please do that. And then if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact, or you can go to the website, which is creativelife.org. The constant contact is one email a week, generally, unless something unusual is going on, like the weather we had a couple of weeks ago, when we didn't have power to the center. But the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or the person that can help you get it. Okay. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a middle of the week day, a go dance in the rain day, a get your stuff done day, a take a break day, a whatever kind of day it is that you need to have. Call a friend day, cuddle your fur baby day, go see a movie day. Who knows what kind of day? A good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, or, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? The whole point of this exercise is to know the truth of your being, to explore the truth of your being. Because the one thing I can promise you, and it is the only thing I can promise you, the person the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, all things are possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. And then we'll start on whatever is next. It's still spiritual mind healing. So, he's just going to come at it from a different direction, I'm guessing. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.